The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel welcomes you to this edition of the Mayors and Supervisors Weekly Update, brought to you by...
Each week, our community makes history. Each week, you make history. And each week, there's only one source to turn to for the first take on history. You know what that is? Subscribe to the Sentinel right now to discover the history being made in your own backyard.
The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel. More than just your news, it's your history.
Hey, welcome everyone to this week's version of the Mayors and Supervisors Update. I'm Chris Carosa, publisher of the Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel, and each week we bring you the goings-on in the towns and villages that we cover. This week we'll be starting off with Mike Falk in the town of Lima. Mike, how's Lima looking?
Hello, Chris. Thanks for having us again. Lima is looking all starting the festive holiday season right now. By the time this is airing, the tree lighting will have already happened, and we'll be headed on toward other events. On the Livingston County side, congratulations are in order for Joan Mitchell, Livingston County resident, who was named 2023 Older New Yorkers Day Award winner. Joan has worked in positions as a church deacon, Caledonia Seniors Club. She works with Focus on the Children, as well as the Livingston County Suicide Prevention Task Force and the Office for the Aging Advisory Council. Each year in New York, nearly 1 million volunteers aged 60 and over contribute more than 490 million hours of community service at an economic value of $13.8 billion. New York's 4.84 million older adults are responsible for most volunteering, philanthropy, entrepreneurship, and donation activities in the U.S. out of any demographic group. And that is according to the New York State Office for the Aging. Regardless of your age, if you are a Lima resident, please consider volunteering to make our community better. The fire department, the ambulance, the planning board, the zoning board, and many other activities all could use your help. If you are interested in volunteering for something and really don't know where to turn, contact me here at the town hall, 582-1130, and I'd be happy to sit down with you and help you try to find something that is suited. The annual VFW collection is going to be on Saturday, December 2nd, here at the town hall. This is where we collect items for veterans in hospitals and nursing care. It's from 10 to 1, and I did list out all the items last week. If you are unable to make it, but you still want to donate, feel free to drop off your items with the town clerk during our business hours, and we'll make sure that they get to the collection. The annual Lima Christian School silent auction is also Saturday, December 2nd. That's from 5:30 to 8:30 at night over at the gymnasium at the Lima Christian School. Many different items available for you to bid on, and the fundraising there is certainly going to a very good cause. You can check the entire thing out at limachristian.org/auction 2023. The holidays can be a joyous time for a lot of folks, and they can be rough on others. We can't always control what happens, and sometimes right around the holidays, the things that happen really affect us in a negative way. So I would like to call your attention to the Good Grief Support Group. The Good Grief Group meets once a month, and it is a support group to talk about those grieving from different kinds of losses. The next meeting will be on Sunday, December 17th at 1 p.m. at St. Paul of the Cross Church. Each person's grief is unique. Grief is not a disease, and you are encouraged to talk about your grief and listen and share what is working for you with everybody else there. You can certainly, if you have questions, contact Peter Dorr at 739-2416. And lastly, the Livingston County Suicide Prevention Task Force is going to be installing billboards, which you may see. The billboards are going to have a something like this on it, which is a picture of two people in a car driving, talking. The entire campaign is centered around car convos or car conversations to try to break the ice and talk with folks in your family about what's going on in their lives, again, to help stem the tide of suicide. And that's all I've got, Chris.
All right. Thanks, Mike. And now it's over to Rick in Honeoye Falls. What's happening there?
Well, Chris, it's great to see you and everyone else this week. I hope that as this publication is going out, everyone's had their Thanksgiving time, and we hope it was a wonderful holiday. The weather seems to have cooperated with us. It's been a pretty nice few days, but again, we know it's turning, and Boy Scout Troop 10 is out selling their Christmas trees at Harry Allen Park now. So now we know the snow is coming. So we should be having some cold weather pretty quick. Things are going well here in the village. We've talked, and I want to thank you, Chris, and all the listeners. We've had the village trustees on for the last 4 weeks, and I think it's been very nice to have some of those different projections, if you will, regarding some of the subjects that and some of the departments in the village. So I'm really happy, and I'm thankful for the trustees as well, for them taking the time to fill in for me. And really, I think we're going to continue some sort of a cycle with that, because I think it's great to have the trustees take part in some of these discussions as well. But with that being said, we have a lot going on in the village. We've talked for at least 5 weeks now that leaf pickup is here, it's ending, and we keep saying we've got one more week. Well, folks, we really have one more week. The snow is going to be coming. I think the village crews will be making a couple more rounds throughout the village over this next coming week. And then we really have to be ready for snow. So this should be the final week for leaf pickup. So please get your leaves out to the road in the village. We continue to have some really good things going on with businesses. And again, Chris, you were wonderful enough to take part in a business discussion we had a few weeks ago. Will Wagner talked about that, but just some further updates. We're really continuing to get some interest from our local businesses that want to come together and work together to just promote business in Honeoye Falls and work together, which is great. I did mention prior that we had heard that a new business was going into the old brewery at the Four Corners. I'm keeping in contact with the new lessees, if you will, and things are going along as planned. Renovations are starting, and I hope to meet with them again this week. So I know people want to hear what that announcement's going to be, but all in good time. The new business will make their announcement when they're ready to do so, but it is coming. We also have a meeting later this week with another group that is purchasing what was kind of known as the old Branson building on Quaker Meeting House Road. Hyzon Motors had owned it for the last couple of years, and they had sold it or got out. A new group is moving into that building. And once we meet with them later this week, we'll have a little bit more detail, but I understand some light manufacturing, et cetera. So we're looking forward to that, because that's a pretty good sized building. Hyzon had put quite a bit of money into that building, upgrading it. So this group is going to be moving into a nice facility, but we're looking forward to that. And we just have a lot of business talk going on right now here in the village, and that's a nice thing for us. Our crews are all, as I said earlier, getting ready for winter. The Christmas trees are now up. The Christmas wreaths are up. So we're getting the village decorated a little bit. And I know it's been mentioned, but we have a couple of big events coming up. We've got the Christmas parade, Christmas holiday parade on December 9th, which is a Saturday. The community concert band has their Christmas holiday concert that evening as well. And then we also have the lighting of the menorah at the Totem Pole Park on Monday, the 11th, beginning at around 6 p.m. So, it's a great time for people to come together and just celebrate a little bit of the season. And if you're not, religious, if you will, that doesn't mean that you can't come to our parades and enjoy just the festivities, because all the shops are going to be decorated. We have a lot of people decorating their businesses. It's really just a festive time of the year, and we all look forward to this time of year. With that, there's not a whole lot else besides the holiday festivities that we're planning for. We appreciate everybody getting their leaves picked up, as I've already said, but we got to get ready for the snow plows, and that ice and freezing rain and then snow is going to be falling pretty quick. So we hope everyone will join us in getting prepared for the holiday. Get your winter snow tires on. Make sure that your cars are all checked out so you're not getting stuck in the snow. And then just also remember that with those kids that are walking to school each and every day, even through the winter months, pay extra attention. Once those snow banks start getting piled up, you've got to drive even slower in the village to make sure that you can see around the banks for any children or families crossing the road. So just keep that in mind. We hope everyone had a great holiday, and we look forward to seeing everyone next week. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Rick. And now it's over to John in the town of Mendon. John, what is moving in Mendon?
Well, we've got a few things going on. First of all, on Wednesday, November 29th, it's holidays in the hamlet. The hamlet will be decorated up for the holidays, and all the business owners will be open. We encourage everybody to shop local and visit your local businesses. Those local businesses pay taxes just like our homeowners, and we certainly want to continue to have a hamlet that has businesses that thrive. So please visit. Since it's that time of year when people are doing some traveling, I just want to remind everybody that in May of 2025, you will no longer be able to board a domestic flight without a passport, a enhanced driver's license, or what's called a real ID. So I just want to remind everybody of that during this holiday season. That date is advancing quicker than we think. Also, I wanted to mention, as Mike did, we have several openings on various boards. We've advertised in the Sentinel. If you have any interest in any of those boards, commissions, etc., please feel free to contact me. Lastly, I wanted to talk about dogs today. Mendon is not going to the dogs, but we're going to talk about them. Dogs that are spayed or neutered, it costs $6 for a dog license. You can get those at the town clerk's office. That is for the town of Mendon. If they are not spayed or neutered, the cost is $15 per dog. In order to receive the license, the dogs have to have their rabies vaccine. And one of the reasons why I'm encouraging people to please register their dog is if the dog is lost, and we see this on Facebook all the time, that we can hold the dog for 24 hours. And if we can find the owner, and maybe the animal is chipped or there's a collar, we can get it back to the owner. There's no, penalties or anything like that. What we want to do is get the animal back to the owner and safely. And if not, after 24 hours by law, we have to transfer the animal to a facility. And once it goes to a facility, you are going to be subject to fees. You're still going to have to license your dog and get all the proper shots in order to get it out of the facility. And it's going to end up costing you a few bucks. So if they're not licensed, please do so. And if you have 4 or more dogs, you are going to need a special use permit. And a special use permit is something that goes before the planning board, and it's in our code, it's called a kennel permit. So please be aware of those obligations we have a lot of dogs in our community, a lot of great dogs, and we want to keep them safe. And we want to get them back to the owner if they get loose. So please be advised of those laws, and please register your dog at the town clerk's office. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, John. Anything more to add, Mike? Nope. All right. Thank you all for being here. And thank you all out there in TV land for watching this. Remember, this program airs every Sunday at 1 o'clock on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Like the page or subscribe to the YouTube channel, and the platforms will notify you when this program airs. Other than that, we look forward to seeing everyone next week. Oh, by the way, you can read about it in the transcript in the paper if you don't want to watch it on your screen. All right, that's it for today. Bye-bye for now.
Imagine yourself communicating with a difference. Pan-Dimensional Solutions helps you do this. Whether live spectator events, taped broadcasts, or real-time audience-engaging programs, you can benefit immediately from the tools Pan-Dimensional Solutions will share with you. Do you want to make a difference? Contact us at pandimensional.com.